Comparison of modern mindfulness practices with theology and religion. In my introductory videos, I have explained the definition and benefits of mindfulness practices. This video is presented with a view to further explore the concept. The mindfulness in present days is a trend which is being preached extensively. It is a concept which has gained popularity. However, comparing the modern theory of mindfulness with theological concepts involves examining their similarities and differences in understanding, practice, and goals. Foundation and origin: modern mindfulness theory typically traces its roots to Buddhist meditation practices, particularly the Theravada tradition. It has been secularized and adapted for therapeutic and stress reduction purposes. Theological concepts of mindfulness can vary depending on the religious tradition. In Christianity, for example, mindfulness might be associated with prayerful contemplation, often rooted in passages of the Bible or the teachings of saints and mystics. Practice: modern mindfulness emphasizes techniques such as breath awareness, body scan, and non-judgmental awareness of thoughts and emotions. The goal is often to cultivate present moment awareness and acceptance. Theological mindfulness practices might involve prayer, meditation on scripture, or contemplation of theological concepts. These practices often aim to deepen one's connection with the divine and align one's will with God's. Purpose: in modern mindfulness, the purpose often includes stress reduction, emotional regulation, and enhancing overall well-being. It can be pursued for personal development and psychological growth. Theological mindfulness practices typically aim at spiritual growth, seeking union with the divine, and transformation of the self according to religious principles. This might involve concepts like surrendering to God's will, developing virtues, or cultivating love and compassion. View of self and reality: modern mindfulness often emphasizes the impermanent and interconnected nature of reality, with a focus on observing experiences without attachment or aversion. Theological concepts might involve understanding the self as created in the image of God, with inherent dignity and worth. Reality may be seen as infused with divine presence and purpose. Ethical framework: modern mindfulness often incorporates ethical principles like non-harming, honesty, and compassion, though these may be approached from a secular perspective. Theological mindfulness is often embedded within a broader ethical framework derived from religious teachings, which may include specific moral precepts and virtues. Ultimate goal: in modern mindfulness, the ultimate goal is often personal liberation from suffering, sometimes described in terms of increased awareness, equanimity, and freedom from reactivity. Theological mindfulness may be oriented towards salvation, enlightenment, or union with God, depending on the specific religious tradition. This often involves transcending the ego and realizing one's divine nature or relationship with the divine. While there are overlaps between modern mindfulness and theological concepts of mindfulness, they also have distinct emphases and goals shaped by their respective cultural, historical, and philosophical contexts. We need to understand the challenge of contrasting views. Which is more effective for individual, community, family, nation, and world? Determining which approach, modern mindfulness or theological concepts of mindfulness, is more effective for individuals, communities, families, nations, and the world depends on various factors including cultural context, individual beliefs, goals, and desired outcomes. Effectiveness for individuals: modern mindfulness, it can be effective for individuals seeking stress reduction, emotional regulation, and personal development without necessarily subscribing to specific religious beliefs. It provides practical tools for managing psychological well-being and enhancing self-awareness. Theological concepts: for individuals with a strong religious or spiritual inclination, theological mindfulness practices can offer a profound sense of purpose, connection with the divine, and guidance for moral and ethical living. It can provide comfort, strength, and a sense of meaning derived from faith. Effectiveness for communities and families: modern mindfulness, it can promote harmony, empathy, and communication within communities and families by fostering qualities such as compassion and non-reactivity. Mindfulness-based interventions have been used effectively in settings like schools, workplaces, and healthcare facilities to improve relationships and reduce conflict. Theological concepts: religious communities often provide a support network where individuals can find belonging, shared values, and moral guidance. Theological mindfulness practices can strengthen communal bonds through shared rituals, prayers, and ethical teachings. However, effectiveness may vary depending on the inclusivity and openness of the religious community. Effectiveness for nations. Modern mindfulness. There's increasing recognition of the benefits of mindfulness in promoting mental health at a societal level, which can lead to reduced healthcare costs, increased productivity, and better decision-making among leaders. Mindfulness practices can also contribute to social cohesion and conflict resolution. Theological concepts. Historically, religious beliefs have played a significant role in shaping the moral and ethical fabric of societies, influencing laws, governance, and social norms. However, in pluralistic societies, the effectiveness of theological concepts may be limited by diversity of beliefs and the need for secular governance. Effectiveness for the world. Modern mindfulness. In a globalized world facing complex challenges such as climate change, inequality, and conflict, mindfulness can foster a sense of interconnectedness and compassion across cultural and geographical boundaries. It has the potential to promote peacebuilding, environmental awareness, and social justice. Theological concepts. The effectiveness of theological concepts on a global scale depends on the ability of religious institutions and leaders to promote values of tolerance, cooperation, and mutual respect among diverse faith communities. In some cases, religious beliefs have been a source of conflict, but they also have the potential to inspire collective action for the greater good. Ultimately, both modern mindfulness and theological concepts of mindfulness have the potential to contribute positively to individuals and societies, but their effectiveness depends on how they are practiced, adapted to different contexts, and integrated with other aspects of life. It's important to respect diverse perspectives and recognize that different approaches may resonate with different people and cultures. Mindfulness and spirituality are closely related concepts but have distinct meanings and practices. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment, without judgment. It involves paying attention to thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment. Mindfulness practices often include meditation, breathing exercises, and mindful movement like yoga. The goal of mindfulness is to cultivate greater awareness, clarity, and acceptance of the present moment, which can lead to reduced stress, improved focus, and enhanced well-being. Spirituality is a broad concept that encompasses a sense of connection to something greater than oneself. It involves exploring questions of meaning, purpose, and transcendence. Spiritual practices vary widely across different cultures and belief systems and can include prayer, meditation, rituals, contemplation, and engagement with nature. Spirituality is deeply personal and can involve religious beliefs, but it can also be experienced outside of organized religion. For many people, spirituality provides a framework for understanding the deeper aspects of life and finding a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. While mindfulness and spirituality are distinct concepts, they often intersect and complement each other. Many spiritual traditions incorporate mindfulness practices as a way to deepen spiritual awareness and connection. Similarly, practicing mindfulness can cultivate a sense of spirituality by fostering a deeper understanding of oneself and one's place in the world. If you find it useful, kindly keep on watching my further videos which will help you to shape your views.